Club Med here. Making MPEG pictures right off a television screen, a thin screen television, playing a VHS tape and digitizing it so it goes into MPEG, so then I can run it on a CD for a computer then. There's somebody water skiing coming across there. This is the beach at Club Med in Ixtapa. We're up kind of high right here. Water's real nice, warm water. We went to Ixtapa, which was there, Ixtapa, Mexico, Zihuatanejo. That's near Acapulco. We went to Cancun. We went to Guaymas. Different Club Meds there in Mexico we went to. That's the beach there at Club Med, and they're zipping right across with this water skier right here, having a good old time. Now this is Zihuatanejo here. We went shopping downtown at these different stores in Zihuatanejo. There's Ruli right there. Wave to the camera. Okay, Ruli, and she's shopping in all the different stores, and I'm across the street catching her as she's walking down through there. It says Pharmacia, like a pharmacy. She's checking out all the things that are in the pharmacy. I do believe I have this 8mm camera on a tripod here because the pictures seem to be pretty steady. And then I just zoom in and out. I got 6:1 lens on this 8mm camera. And each of these film clips would be maybe 3 or 4 minutes long. And I had, oh man, I don't know if I had dozens of them or hundreds of these little film clips. One day I sat down, spent days. There's a Zihuatanejo, Mexico. And I spent days putting all these little, splicing them together, 8mm films, trying to get them in the correct order and everything. Sometimes they're not in the correct order. And then I spliced all these films together. I bet it took weeks to put all that together. There's Ruli right there. And then I made a great big reel. I took this reel to a person that could convert them to VHS tape. And she's going into a store. She sees jewelry there. Ran right into that store right away. Go check that out. See what's in that store. And I'm out here taking pictures of downtown Zihuatanejo. It says Acapulco, some sort of event. Hotel Arstos Ixtapa Acapulco. There's Ruli. She came out of the store. It looks like she's got things in her hands. Oh my goodness. She bought a bunch of things. She goes, now that looks interesting. Let's go in there and check that. It looks like a restaurant there, actually. It's some sort of a restaurant. Must not be eating time. I don't see anybody around there right now. And this was like a little side trip that we took to Zihuatanejo, which is a town just a few miles away from Ixtapa. Club Med was in Ixtapa. That's the big town. This is a littler town, little fishing village. There's Mexican peoples running up and down the streets. They got umbrellas and everything to keep that sun out of their face. A little Mexican girl right there, a little Indian Mexican girl. And the way she goes, and their pigtails. There she is. Caught her there for a minute. And this is the harbor, I believe, at Acapulco. This is all the hotels and things that are at Acapulco. The big harbor, because we took a side trip to Acapulco as well. Big harbor there at Acapulco. But all these big hotels, huge hotels, a whole bunch of them, for all the tourists that would go to Acapulco. And that's what Acapulco looked like in 1979 anyway. I've zoomed in across the harbor there with this zoom lens, taking a picture of all the buildings and the hotels of Acapulco shooting across the harbor. This is a side trip one day that we took to Acapulco. Because we took the little side trips from Club Med, we go check out these different areas. We went shopping in certain parts of the streets down through there, at the stores that were there. And just a big, looks like a military boat. Yeah, big military boat. They're in the harbor of Acapulco. Huge military boat. Some other boats and ships and things that were there. Big boats, looks like a big sailboat or something right there. Oh, there's Ruli. Hello there. Yep, close up of Ruli with Acapulco in the background. And we're shopping in Acapulco. When we went to Club Med there, I think that was 1970. Was it 1979 we went to Acapulco too? Ixtapa? Yeah, in the maybe early 80s, you know. Could be in the early 80s, I think, that we went to there. So that was that would be 25 years ago, something like that. 25 years ago, thereabouts, yeah. Because we went to a lot of the Club Meds there, and I think all of them, every single Club Med in Mexico we went to. We also went to Tahiti twice, the Club Med Tahiti, once in '79 and once in, I think, '86. The second time, '86, we went to the South Pacific for 5 weeks. 2 weeks at Club Med, and then we traveled to other islands for 4 weeks, all in the South Pacific. Fiji, Western Samoa, and islands like that. Now we're in the harbor there at Acapulco, taking a boat out into the harbor. We get out there and they stop at a certain spot, way out in the harbor, and way down below is a statue underwater of the Virgin Mary or something. Underwater. And this is up, right there's Ruli. Close up of Ruli. I'm just filming the boat and filming as we're going across the harbor, taking a boat trip through the harbor. All these different boats. A lot of boats in the harbor. Big, huge harbor too. And this is when we went to Club Med in Ixtapa. We took a side trip. I think we took a couple of side trips actually to Acapulco during the time we were there. And one time then we took this boat trip out into the harbor, and I took my 8mm camera and took all different kinds of pictures, movie pictures. They didn't have camcorders then. They only had 8mm cameras. So I took my 8mm camera and took these pictures, but each movie was only about 3 minutes long. And then I put all these in a box and stored them away for 20 years, 20-some years, before I finally got around to splicing all these things together and made a great big reel out of it, which then I took to a guy that converted it into a VHS tape. That was many years ago. Now today I'm taking this VHS tape, playing it on the recorder, on the television. Got my P52 Sony camera sitting on a tripod on the TV, and I'm taking a picture right off the TV, so digitizing it and put it into an MPEG movie so it'll play on MPEG. And this is the boat that we were on going across the harbor. A lot of boats, and this is that place where there's these statues way underwater, but you could see, because I think they had glass bottom boats or something, and you could see way down and see those statues. A lot of boats out in this harbor, I'm telling you. Looks like that's the anchor for the boat there. He threw the anchor overboard and could anchor the boat someplace. And these are beautiful homes up here on the cliffs. Private homes looking down onto Acapulco Bay there. Beautiful bay. Lots of boats out there all the time. A lot of houses there up on the cliffs and things, looking down on the bay. Nice homes up there, I'm telling you. Really expensive homes. This is a big, huge hotel here. So they went by this hotel. I have no idea what the name of that hotel is. But they had some really nice resorts. Oh, there's the name. What it says? Hotel, maybe Acapulco, I don't know. Or something like that. That is one huge, humongous hotel. Whew, is that big. So we're going up and down the harbor there at Acapulco, checking out all the big hotels. Another big hotel. And these are, looks like little children there in costumes, in these green costumes. I have no idea what celebration this was, but all these kids, and they said, okay, time to go, let's go. And away they go. All the little niños. They're going somewhere. All Mexican little children, little niños. Now I'm thinking this was out of sequence because I had this one moments ago of these two big boats in the harbor. Yep, Acapulco Bay, Acapulco. Big ship right in the middle of the bay there. It was hard to get all these little pieces of the 8mm movies. Now that's Ruli, I believe, right over there. Yeah, that's Ruli doing yoga things. Or maybe that's just people in general. They're all doing yoga. One of those is Ruli. And it must be, oh, it must be that one right there. That's Ruli, right? Yep, that's Ruli. You have to hold your foot up there. And here comes a burro, a Mexican burro, and sure enough, it's going to go find Ruli. Straight away. Go find Ruli and bump her in the behind. There, see? The burro bumped Ruli right there in the behind. Ruli had to move, of all people, to find. That burro found Ruli right away. And so she says, I'm going to move over here. Burro surely won't find me over here. That burro just wandered around, went wherever it wanted to go to. And they're doing yoga things, and I'm out then doing films of different things. There's that burro right there. Right there, having a good old time. He can just go wherever he wants to. Just eating the grass, delicious, and bother the people. Maybe you can get some food from the people. And there's Ruli right there, doing her Ashtamashtis, Kamashtis yoga moves there, whatever you call them. She doesn't even know I'm taking pictures of her. Doing neck exercises and different things.